Right, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Right, it's been a while. I'm sort of rushing this recording a wee bit. It's currently just a couple minutes till the Rangers Hearts game, and I want to try and get this done before the first game of the season. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and let's just jump straight into it. 12, I'm saying Ross County. They always sort of hover around that 12th, 11th bit of the table. They've been lucky to stay up the past few years. In both playoffs against, who was it? Was it Partick Thistle and Raith Rovers? I think. Yeah, but I feel like they've been lucky. They've sort of carried luck a wee bit, but this year I feel like it's the year they go down. Just don't know if they have the squad, the players, the budget, anything really. To be honest, they're always around that area of the table. Sorry, Ross County, you're on 12th. St Johnstone 11th, they're always sort of around that area of the table as well, but I'm saying St Johnstone just stay up, just about. I think they've got a better squad than Ross County, which in overall quality they are better than Ross County, which is why I think they will stay up. But apart from that, there's not much great quality from St Johnstone either. I mean, ever since they done the cup double, they fell off massively, so sorry St Johnstone, you're 11th. 10th, I'm going with Motherwell. Motherwell, I feel like this is an interesting one. I feel like they fell off massively in recent years, but that's sort of 11th to 8th part of the tables where it's hard to predict stuff. You don't know what to put, because you feel like anything could happen, in which it could. Like, that area is where I always get things wrong. Overall though, I feel like Motherwell do have a slightly weakened squad. I think losing Spittle isn't good for them. But yeah, well, we'll just wait and see what happens, to be honest. Sorry Motherwell, user 10th. 9th, Dundee United, just straight up from the Championship. I think they'll stay up and stay up comfortably. I don't see them in a relegation scrap, to be honest with you. I think they'll do what Kilmarnock done a couple seasons ago. They get promoted, they hold out quite well. They can pick up points when it matters. Overall, they are actually a well-rounded squad, a decent budget. So I'm quite hopeful with Dundee United. I think they can finish 9th. 8th, I'm going with Hibs. What is going on at Hibs at the minute? I know they top of the League Cup group, but losing to Kerry Hearts is just embarrassing. The Hibs have been in a shambles for the past few years now. I just don't see how this all goes well for Hibs. I want it to go well for them, but I don't see how it does. They definitely won't get top 6. I'm confident of that, but I feel bad putting them down low on top 6, because Hibs should be a top 6 side, but recently they've just underperformed so much that there's nowhere else I can put them but 8th. I don't see how Hibs improve, to be honest. They really need to get stuck into it, to be honest. And it is sad to see, but sorry Hibs, you're the 8th. 7th, Dundee. I think they will be very unlucky to miss out in top 6 again. They'll narrowly miss out, which is where I sort of feel bad for Dundee. I think they'll be a solid side. They'll be hard to beat. It'll be tricky. Every time you go up to Dens Park, I think they'd probably make it hard for you, which they already do that anyway, so that's why I'm quite hopeful of Dundee. I think they'll miss out in top 6 by like a point or so. It depends. Probably by the end of the season after the split and whatnot. They'd probably end up finishing on more points than the 6th place team, because that's just the way the split works. But yeah, I think you will still have a good season. Not as good as last season, but still very good for Dundee. 6th, I'm going with Kilmarnock. I see them narrowly sneaking top 6. Just getting in there. I don't know if they're quite the same team they were last season. Also, they just got knocked out of the Europa League. But I'm not sure, because I'm not really sure if they're the same team they were last season. I feel like something feels different about Kilmarnock this year. I don't really know what it is. And in a sense, I don't really want to see Kilmarnock do poor. They're actually a decent team to watch, but I feel like this season, they won't finish as high up. I mean, top 6 for Kilmarnock is still a good achievement. Let's not kid ourselves on. I mean, a couple of seasons ago they were in the Championship, and a couple of seasons before that they were on the bottom 6. So, yeah, they have came a long way. I think 6 are a respectable place for Kilmarnock. 5th, I'm going with the same team as last year, St Mirren. Well-rounded squad. They're actually good to watch, St Mirren. It was brilliant watching them the other night in Europe. And I hope they do really well in Europe, St Mirren. I think they play really nice football. Stephen Robinson's a good manager. I mean, he's done it before. I mean, it was decent when he was at Motherwell as well. So, that's why I think you can never write off St Mirren. They always bring the game to you, no matter League, Cup, home or away. They're always there. They'll show up for it. They're always determined to get something, which is what I admire about St Mirren. So that's why I think that fighting spirit will get them into 5th. 4th, Aberdeen. Aberdeen have had a really good pre-season, to be honest with you. I mean, I think they won every game in the League Cup group, and I think now they're playing Queen's Park in the next round of the League Cup. But I think it'll be a good season for Aberdeen, and I know I said this last season and they get embarrassed last season, but I think this season Aberdeen can do it. Not as high as they've done in recent years, but I feel like 4th is a respectable place for Aberdeen to be in the table. 3rd, I mean, is there any doubt? It was always going to be Hearts, to be honest with you. I know some people are shouting for Rangers, but realistically, it is going to be Hearts. Hearts will come in there. They are the best of the lot, to be honest with you. There's no way you can say they're not, to be honest. They just have a far superior squad, budget, everything. I mean, if you compare it, their budget to every other club in the league, Hearts' budget outshines the rest of them, well, apart from Celtic and Rangers. But Hearts are an impressive team. They always pick up results. They're good to watch. I mean, they've not had a particularly great pre-season, I'll give them that, but I think 3rd in the league's where they'll be, to be honest, because they've done it for the past few years successfully, so this is why I think they'll do it. They're always there, Hearts, especially in Celtic. They always try and bring the game to Celtic, except when they're playing Rangers, they lie down. But anyway, I think 3rd's a good place for Hearts. 2nd, Rangers. Realistically, that's who it's going to be. There isn't a debate. I'm not being biased. It's going to be Rangers. You can say that all you want, but it is going to be Rangers, because I don't see how Rangers are better than Celtic in any sort of way. If you look at the way pre-seasons went, Celtic have had an amazing pre-season. What have you been doing, Rangers? You've been losing to Birmingham City. Half your players want to leave. They don't want to be there. You've already lost Connor Goldson. You haven't brought particularly much in either. I don't see how it gets better for you. You're playing away from home for all your games, because Ibrox is falling to bits. Correct me if I'm wrong, but how does that work? How is that? I don't see it, unless you get big name transfers in before the end of the window, actually start getting the finger out and working for it. I don't see how Rangers get the title. They just have Rangers fans have this mentality of, we're due a title. No, you don't work for it. Celtic have worked for it over the years. That's why they retain dominance. Rangers, he's all this mentality of, oh, it's our turn to win. No, you need to make it your turn to win. So, for that reason, Rangers, you're 2nd. Which leaves Celtic in 1st, there's no doubt in my mind. I mean, we've brought in the likes of Kasper Schmeichel. I mean, that's a good bit of business with good pre-season performances. I mean, Man City, you could kind of take that with a pinch of salt, because that was a weakened Man City team. But we bet a full-strength Chelsea 4-1. You know what I mean? And one of their goals was a penalty. So, does that really count? I think Celtic have had a good pre-season, and I don't expect them to do any worse this season. I think Rodgers has got the players all together now. Kyogo looks like he's on fire again, so does Nicholas Kuhn. some of the passing that we play is absolutely beautiful if you've been watching the pre-season games. But yeah, I feel like it'll be a really good season for Celtic. So I've no doubt that we'll win the league. Right, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you later.